Yes, welcome along to the Record Club, brought to you by Record Store Day, the official charts and National Album Day, and proudly in association with Bowers Wilkins. My name is Jess Izzat, and we are very excited to say that our guest today is ALT BLK ERA, a sister duo chatting all about their wicked debut album, Rave Immortal. If you have hung out with us here before, you will know that we're going to be spending the next half an hour or so talking to ALT BLK ERA all about the new record, and then we're going to be putting forward some of your questions about the album for them to answer. So if you want to get involved, drop us a question in the comments section below. I'll be asking a selection of them in the second half of our chat. And on top of that, one lucky person who sends in a question today is going to be randomly selected to win a pair of these Bowers Wilkins PX7 Season 2 over-ear noise-cancelling headphones. Don't miss out. Get your questions to us. The album sounds wicked in them. And also, if you haven't already got yourself a physical copy of the album, obviously, we thoroughly recommend you order one from your local record store once our chat with the band is over. But first, let's get straight into this week's Record Club and say a big hello to Nairobi and Chaya, aka ALT BLK ERA. Welcome to the Record Club.
Hi.
Whereabouts in the world are we right now?
We are in Brighton.
Yeah? How's it treating you?
A little bit rainy, but you know what? We are in the UK, so we've grown to accept it. But we're on our first ever UK in-store tour. Yeah. So, yeah, really excited. But we've got past the phase of the nerves when we're singing. So it's going to go smoothly today.
No, 100%. It's going to be wicked. Well, before we get stuck into the album, each week, we like to start things off on the Record Club with a question from one of the many amazing independent record stores that we have in the UK. And this week, we are headed to Crash Records in Leeds, and they have said, "What an incredible album! The mix of genres and influences have truly created something super special. After collaborating with the likes of Delilah Bon and Wheatus, we'd like to know if you could pick any artist, dead or alive, who would be your dream to work with?"
Ooh. I know what yours is going to be.
Yeah, mine's Sleep Token, obviously.
I feel like Beyonce.
Okay.
I feel like I'd have to say Beyonce because she's done country.
Yeah.
Done pop.
Like she does everything.
We're ready. We're ready for rock, Beyonce, and ALT BLK ERA, I think.
I think everyone's ready for that. Can we manifest that together and just actually put it out there? Because she's ticked a lot off, and not a collab with ALT BLK ERA. So B or any connection, we're looking at you. Oh yeah, if you could get Beyonce on one of your tracks from this album, like to reimagine the track or to feature on it, which track?
I think I'd say Hunt You Down.
Okay.
Because I can imagine her doing kind of like a country kind of swing on it.
No, or like from the Renaissance album where it was like...
Oh, because she was turning up in the... Because that's like electronic. Yeah. Hunt You Down. She was really good on that one, though.
Oh, sick. Okay. Obviously, thank you to Crash Records in Leeds, and we can get the co-sign if Beyonce does jump on these records. But yeah, girls, I have to say, huge congratulations on the debut. How are you feeling about it?
I feel like we almost haven't had time to really sit down and absorb it because we just hit the road straight away. But yes, it's a little bit overwhelming just when we think about the journey and now we're signing people's records and they want us to sign them. So an emotional journey, but I feel like we're growing so much. And are we getting used to it? Are you getting used to it?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I'm just happy it's out. Just we got that out and we've just got so much other things to do. So I'm just happy one thing's over.
Yeah, we were having a little chat before we went live, and you guys said that people were waiting around at the in-stores longer than the actual gigs, right?
Yeah, it's like an hour longer than the actual show. So we did our headline show in Nottingham, which was a release party, and the show itself was 50 minutes. And then we were signing people's records until past midnight. The queue was just huge, but we met everyone. Someone is getting a tattoo of our signatures.
That is amazing. I was gonna say, is there any like fun things that they've asked you to write, but they've actually. Were you nervous when you were making the signature though?
Yeah, when they told me, I was like, I didn't know what to do because I wasn't sure if I was responsible, if I should say no, I'm not allowing this. But yeah, we did it, and yeah, they already booked the appointment in advance as well. So I'm just waiting for the Discord notification to go off and like I got it, and then the voice break. And then yeah, that would be a bit of a jump scare. But yeah, really weird because they were just saying about how much like our music means to them and everything. So it's crazy to think that we have that impact on people already.
And notoriously in stores, you're doing things really intimate and also stripped back. Is that what you guys are doing? Like how are you reimagining such a loud album?
Well, we're going with more the chiller songs. So we've got like Straight to Heart, Coming Outside, Hunt You Down, and My Drummer's Girlfriend. My Drummer's Girlfriend is kind of still lit because we get the crowd to sing along with us. But I think we've really leaned into the vocals. We've got loads of harmonies going on, really like doing the whole range as like my really deep voice, Che's high voice. And we also have like in between like a Q&A section with the audience. And like sometimes we'll do like a game of like which sister do you think is, takes longer to get ready, and then people will like move to the side of the room. That was really telling. That was really telling. People actually think that Chea is like the diva sister and stuff.
I'm not nervous.
I wouldn't say either one of us is. No.
I feel like that answer in itself is telling, isn't it? All right. Well, Rave Immortal is not only the title of the record, but also a track on the album, the final track, the closer. Talk to me about it and tell me at which point this one became the title track of the album.
I think we wrote the title of the album before the track, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we knew that we wanted to name our debut album Rave Immortal. Before we wrote Rave Immortal, because it's a story, so we started writing like all the songs that built up to it, and because the album's really based on human emotions and like the sadness and like my hidden disability, so we wanted it to end on like an up, which is kind of like fantastical, where we're more than like physically, like we're not physically restrained by our bodies, and we are rave immortal. So it's kind of like you're stepping out, your soul is free to rave immortal. So that's what the song has to mean for the end of the story.
Yeah, 100%. And I know your music is, well, Together as well, is born out of you having a hidden disability, like you mentioned. For those who are perhaps listening and don't know about that, how has this helped you and how's your music helped you?
So I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome in 2020 when I was like 16 still. So I was sleeping like 22 hours a day plus. It was just ridiculous. I was in constant pain. And then when I was still really bad, my mum saw like this songwriting course which was like under Inspire Your Thoughts, and she was like, you know what, Nairobi, I know you love music, so every Tuesday you're going to get up for an hour and join the songwriting course. And obviously, because I had chronic fatigue, I was like, no, Mum, I'm tired. Let me just sleep, please. And she was like, no, you love music so much. Like, get up. You can just do this for an hour. So we started on those courses, and then they did like a performance at the end of it. Like we went in, and we just did like half of some of our songs, and that was the first time I'd been out of the house in like months, if not a year. And then they invited us to like join their record label. It's like an artist development label. And then, sorry, you confused me. What was the? Carry on.
Yeah, so we joined the artist development label, and we released, how many songs did we release? Like 9 in the first year. And we had like a producer, a videographer, and we're actually still with our producer now. He actually produced Rave Immortal. And then it really helped us get closer as sisters, because I was like 13, 12 whenever we got disabled, and then we just wouldn't talk. So music definitely helped us get closer.
Yeah, I think, if it wasn't for ALT BLK ERA and if it wasn't for music, I don't think I would have had the motivation to like get up in the first place. So it really has like changed our lives.
I love that. I think it's really inspiring. And my cousin's actually going through similar, not the same, similar thing, and her sister stands by her as well. So yeah, um, that's amazing. Um, when it comes to your tunes, I know that My Drummer's Girlfriend has been a huge success, not to mention with fans and of course Wheatus jumping on board. But aside from that tune, has there been like since the drop of the record, has there been like a surprising fan favorite, one that you didn't know would get that level of attention, or one that has like sort of stood out to people as you've been doing these record signings?
I think we'd say Run Rabbit,
Run
isn't
Rabbit,
it?
yeah.
Run Rabbit, we performed it at our first album release party, and it'd only been out for 10 days at that time. And I'm telling you, the crowd was like, Run Rabbit, run! Everyone was like jumping, screaming. There was a mosh pit, and we didn't expect them to know the words. It was just like, it just really popped off. It was,
Yeah, that's got to be like one of our favourites now because of the crowd reaction.
It was so wild, and like when we're like watching the videos back of like the mosh pit, the spectrum of ages that was getting involved in that mosh pit is like crazy. It's really like really young people, really old people, just all like having the just a world of a time. So I think it was just nice to see. Our shows are always like that though, isn't it? It's just everyone.
I can just imagine it's wild. I'm having like my own like single mosh on my own when I'm listening to it. I'm not much of a mosher, but I'll do it from afar. I'll be like, a side mosher. I want to know actually as well with records, like how do they start out in demo phase? Are they starting out as rock tracks, or do they become more electronic, or is it the other way around? And also you mentioned, yeah, you girls are singers by craft as well. Yeah, how do they start from demo phase into what they now become?
Well, we always start with the title. I feel like we can't write a song if we don't have a title. I think that's like the drama in me. Like I was like a really big drama student. Just music and drama was my thing. So the title has to strike me. This sounds interesting, and we go from there. I think the songs typically start out more electronic, don't they? And then we add in the rock later. Because like I said earlier, like we started as like singer-songwriters. So sometimes the song will be really just like pure vocals, and then we'll just get in the studio and just funk it up. Like Straight to Heart was just a really, really, really chill, like really slow. And then in the studio we were just like, okay, let's add a guitar in the second half. Let's add some like cool electronic sounds, and we just kind of build it from like the vocals.
It's kind of layered, isn't it? I've got a little, I've like put little notes on some of the tracks, and one of them, Catch Me If You Can. I just love that Traitors has been such a big thing at the minute, and I was like, oh my God, they're missing a trick if they don't get that on like the next soundtrack. So again, it's putting that out into the atmos. We mentioned Wheatus, I can't overlook it. What was it like working with a band like them?
Just it was. I can't even explain it in a word. I just remember that when we first came, I saw them walking up the stairs, and I was like, "They're coming!" And I ran away and pretended that I didn't see them just walking up the stairs. And I turned around. And I was like, "Hello." Really.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. But we learned so much from them, because at first we were worried a little bit, because like when you hear, like when we've been speaking to other people in the industry, they're like, oh, big bands act like this and they've got egos and blah blah blah, and especially because Wheatus are so established, but they were just like the kindest souls, and they were so excited for us and so giving, and they shared so much knowledge with us. Like when we were in the studio with them, we hit like 100,000 monthly listeners, and they were so happy, like genuinely. Like, whoa, like
That's
really,
such a moment.
even though they were on like 7 million. Do you know what I mean? Like there was really no barrier, and they really respected the song, and they came with them. They printed out the lyric sheets beforehand. They practiced the backing vocals, notes on it. Like they spent hours on the song. I think we didn't expect them to give so much, but we're going to see them in a few weeks. They're coming to our hometown on a UK tour, so reunited soon.
Are they going to be performing with you?
We're not sure. But we'll be there.
I'm sorry,
We'll
I'm
be
just
there.
like losing it a little bit for you. Am I right in thinking that you literally DM them with the song and then or is it something like it was like a quick turnaround? That's what I'm getting. You just like kind of message and was like, "Do you like this?" Or
Yeah, so basically they followed us after download, and we thought it was a fan account, and we were like, oh, a fan account, cool, but the fan account had like 100,000 followers. We were thinking, what kind of fan account has 100,000 followers? And then like we text them, like acknowledge like how iconic they were, and saying thanks for the follow. And it was Brendan, and he was like, oh, I saw you guys in the press tent, but you were too busy, so I didn't say hi. And I said, you should have
come and said hi. You
What-
absolutely. I am not too busy for you.
He was like, oh, I didn't want to ruin like your guys' interview. I was like, well, wouldn't it make it better if Brendan from Wheatus came and said hi in the middle of an interview? Would it not? So anyway, and then this was before My Drummer's Girlfriend even came out. So we thought, you know what? Because we'd never made indie rock before. It was our first indie rock song. We just thought it's kind of an opportunity to show an indie rock icon our first ever indie rock song and just kind of see if it clears. Like it was like a test almost. And he loved it. He showed the rest of the band, and they all loved it. And then it was really late one night because they were already back in New York, so it was like 11 for us when we were messaging. And then I just messaged like, would you like to like do a feature on it or a remix on it? And we just threw the phone.
Yeah, like one of those messages. Hit send.
Yeah, and he said that because he saw it straight away, so he didn't respond. So he said when we met him, we told him, he said he just fell asleep with his phone on. We were like, we were panicking. We were like, oh no, he's aired us. We asked him a question and he said, forget it. But no, he just fell asleep. And then when he woke back up, he showed the rest of the group. They loved it. We met on Zoom. He like did a little twist in the vocals as well for the second half of the song, like her redemption, the My Drummer's Girlfriend redemption. But yeah, it felt like it happened really quick.
Yeah, it did.
And then, yeah, they flew over from New York, spent 2 days with us in the studio, went back to America, and then they were like on tour straight away. Like they weren't just in a different continent. So they really took time out of their really busy schedule to work with us on it. So crazy, honestly.
Actually, you can't even write this sort of interaction. It's yeah, completely unreal. I can see lots of questions coming in for you, and I've not even scratched the surface with half of mine. I have one more. I want to know how truthful Upstairs Neighbours is. And I'm hoping someone hasn't already asked that. But yeah, talk to me.
I wouldn't say truthful at all. There are songs that are like in the early stages, but that's kind of moving on to the fantastical. So the album is a concept album, so it's a story. So Straight to Heart is when I was at like my illness was at the worst, and my friends had forgotten about me and just moved on with their life. And specifically this one party that I wasn't invited to because I was disabled. And then Coming Outside is kind of Che's song, kind of almost like for us as like, you know, I know this happened, but you can do it. Let's go out and like face the world together. Then Crashing Parties is like, yeah, cracking the knuckles or whatever. Let's go to that party that we weren't invited to and pull up. Gosh. Okay, Skype's accepted.
Okay. We're going to that party. Why do I not have that?
Okay. Yeah, so it's the Crashing Parties. Then into Hunt You Down, then to My Drummer's Girlfriend. So Upstairs Neighbours is kind of like when it feels like a performance. So when I take my medication that kind of gets me like amped up, I only have a few hours where I can really be myself again, like when I go back to normal. So it's kind of like I want to use this time now, and it's kind of a little bit obnoxious. And then Come Fight Me For It is when the Downstairs Neighbours come up and like, we're taking these speakers, like you're shutting it down now. And then Run Rabbit is when the Downstairs Neighbours bring up like a huge guy that we can't fight, so we run away. And then Catch Me If You Can is them chasing us into the woods, but we turn around like the traitor we were talking about and saying, we actually wanted you to chase us into the woods. Gotcha. And then Raving Immortal is all of us raving immortally.
I love that. I'm just gonna, because I don't have time for more, I'm just gonna put appreciation out there for your visuals and your aesthetics. I mean, even now you're on brand, we love to see it. But headed to the questions. So Ravo has said, how many songs did you make in total before cutting it down to the final 10? Good question.
Oh my gosh. We always have just so many songs in the backlog.
Yeah, there's always too many.
Yeah, I remember we had like post-it notes just like on the
Oh my
floor.
gosh, we did.
Yeah.
Oh, there was loads.
And we were like, what's gonna make the cut? Like, we were like,
yeah, like how is it gonna
Yeah.
fit in?
there's so many songs. Like even now we have so many songs.
Yeah. So some of them that didn't make it into this album are definitely flowing into album 2.
Yeah.
So maybe how many do you think they had? 30?
Yeah, so
30?
Yeah.
Something silly to water down to 10.
Well, this is stuff that fans love to hear, so that's a good thing. We have Kerry on Instagram who's saying, do new artists still put energy and time into deciding what order to put their songs in? I think I know the answer to this one. Songs in on their album, or are you quite relaxed thinking peeps will stream and add to favourites and reorder on playlists? And then she's added, or they have added, love all the tracks with hearts.
Yeah, well, ours is a concept album, so it had to follow a story. However, if you do like take out the hype songs or put the sad songs in a sad playlist, then that's fine as well. It's not like if you listen to the album, you can only listen to all 10 songs at once. Like we demand half of the time every time you want to listen to us.
Oh my God, to be fair, for people who are listening, before we went live, we were just having a little chat and you guys were surprised that I'd listened to the album. Yes, start to finish many times and in order. So just going to put it
and in order.
and in order. Simon on Instagram says, what inspired Run Rabbit and is it connected to Catch Me If You Can?
Yes, well, it's like I just explained, it is the song right before Catch Me If You Can. What inspired Run Rabbit? I just think the storyline, like the actual song. I don't remember actually writing that song.
I don't remember
Is it an old one?
I don't think it was.
It's not too old.
No.
I think it was really fun to write. I can't, like, after performing it live, I can't believe that I wrote that song. I was so happy, like, tune, after hearing it live, because sometimes you're not, like, we were quite uncertain with a few of them on how they'd be kind of received. But yeah, Run Rabbit, it was so good. Very, very thankful for us on that process.
I like that. That's like a personal, well done pat on the back from you. Okay, we have Faye on Instagram. He says, will we be getting any 7-inch vinyl singles from the album? Also a good question.
Ooh. You know what? That's a good idea.
That's okay. That is a good idea.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, Faye, I'm a big fan of that. Okay, so I know as well that you have your first UK tour incoming. And well, you're doing the record stores already, but the tour, I'm gonna ask, yeah, I mean, we've already spoken about you stripping things back, but which one with full band are you most excited to play live?
I would say My Drummer's Girlfriend, because everybody knows the words. Like even like from the first second to the last second, like even the verses, they know the words too. Yeah. So I'm just so excited for that. What about you?
I think I like performing Raven Mortal live.
Okay.
I think I like how wild it is. I like how wild everyone else gets. We usually like go to the crowds and just go absolutely bonkers. Or the Runway and Hunt You Down.
I forgot about that.
The Runway and Hunt You Down is really fun. Okay, so one of those three.
Okay.
Live.
Well, everyone who's got a ticket, get ready for that. And also, you've got the Mobos coming up. Are you looking forward to that?
Yes.
So excited for that.
Yeah.
A lot of planning into it though.
Yeah, it is a lot of planning. But like because we went last year, it's always thinking like bigger. You know how we're gonna do it even bigger than last year. So we've got the next few weeks is planning makeup with getting a stylist for it as well. So yeah, we'll be in white and black, but that's all we know. We're not sure details, but yes.
Oh my God, yes, slay. And also, not to mention, Nairobi, happy early 21st birthday, which is next week, you said?
Yes, oh my gosh, yes, it is. Next Thursday.
So yeah, happy pre-birthday. How are you spending it?
In the studio. I can't help myself. I love music. Yeah, I booked it like since last year.
Yeah.
I was like, I asked our producer, what are you doing on the 6th of February? He was like, why? I was like, because I want to spend my day with you. We have so much music, and I think I love
No,
doing
the studio's really fun.
It's so, yeah. So yeah, I always spend my birthday doing something musical. When I was younger, I used to make my mum and my sister sit down on the couch and watch me perform albums that I've written for like a good 2 hours. You just there, we're going through 2 albums.
Well, hopefully one year it's going to be a collab with Beyonce on it as well. Ladies, thank you so much. That is all we have time for today. Of course, people at home, we have loved having ALT BLK ERA, Nairobi and Chaya join us. Make sure to get your hands on a physical copy of Raven Mortal now that this episode is over. Pick one up from your local record store. I'm also very excited before we go to announce that the winner of this week's Bowers Wilkins wireless headphones prize is, drumroll, Kerry on Instagram. So make sure to slide into the Record Club's DMs. We'll get those headphones to you. My name is Jess Izzat. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone, and sending in your questions. This and all previous episodes are available for you to watch back on our Spotify or YouTube. ALT BLK ERA, Nairobi and Chaya, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.